Right, we are live. Let's see what it looks like. Jeez Louise, I'm waiting for y'all to get on there. Alright, we are live. There we go. Let's see what it looks like. Oh boy, oh boy. No current scenes. What the? Alright. So, welcome to Raw and Unfiltered. So the game starts from the 6:57, just say the 7-minute mark of the third quarter. This website sometimes does that, but that video that I just posted right now about those 3 layups from Brown, they were literally all on Bagley, and goes back to just accountability and everything that I've been saying. It's tough, man. It's tough because a lot of people want to use excuses and say, well, he's young. But the fact of the matter is, Bam Adebayo, all these good young players on winning organizations get held accountable the same way as the veteran does. So that's where I get upset, and they want to use youth as an excuse, but the reality is that's not the case, and it shouldn't be the case because everybody should be held to the same standard, man. That's how a winning culture does it. That's what a winning organization does it, bro. So again, you gotta hold every single player accountable, no matter what their age is, their experience. Everybody gotta be held accountable, bro, and that's just how it is. Because if you don't, then you start playing favoritism. That's exactly how you start building a losing culture. And the Kings have a losing culture. They haven't fixed that yet. So to say, well, Bagley has time, like, yeah, he has time, but at the expense of losing games. So keep that very, very let's make that very, very clear, bro. What's up, Karen? What's up, Benji? All right, man. So hopefully the YouTube doesn't kick us out, because if they do, we're gonna be pissed. Here we go, though. Um, so again, like, the Kings play a switch everything scheme, which again I don't agree with it because they don't have the personnel to do stuff like this. You have 2 huge weak links here, right? 2 guys that are always attacked in Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley, which is not in the game currently. I have my comment box in the way, but let's see. Can I make this smaller? No, I cannot. Okay. Shit. All right. No, I cannot. Oh, let's move this shit over here then. All right. So again, the Kings. I'm trying to have the comments in front of me so I can talk to you guys. So the Kings switch a lot of things, man, and they don't have the athletes to really be efficient and effective. And then on top of that, they don't have the actual IQ to do stuff like this right now. Again, the weakest link here is Buddy Hield. But at times when you start Bagley and Hield, you have issues. And for the most part, Fox, HB, Holmes, and Tyrese are solid. But again, it's tough because once you have a breakdown, they don't know how to cohesively back each other up, and that's a huge problem, man. If you watch cohesive defensive units, even when somebody gets beat, it's so natural for them just to have their backs, and you don't see that with the Kings. Mick 5151 says, I think we should move Holmes to the 4 and get a rim protector, a rebounder. What do you think? I mean, that's not a bad idea, honestly. I think Porzingis would be amazing because then on offense, Holmes can play the center and Porzingis can pretty much spread out the floor. on the perimeter, and then on defense, they're both good shot blockers, but um, it would just make sense, and it'd be a more cohesive front court for sure. So that I liked, right? So they switch on this. Again, this isn't a terrible switch, only because I trust Harrison Barnes. But all game long, Brown just slipped on that pick and roll and just killed whoever he was guarding. So on this, it was a good switch from De'Aaron because he didn't allow that just slip that Harden can find you, because then you put your other guys in rotation like Rashawn Holmes, and then with Buddy Hield can't really rotate, because if he rotates and he leaves Joe Harris open, y'all know what the results are. So you got to stay home there. But see, this is fine. Like, I'm a-okay with this, because now Rashawn Holmes has to zone up here, right? He's playing two guys, but Buddy has to be careful. But he kind of has to help a little bit, but not really, because he has to stay home, stay grounded, uh, just stay true to what the game plan is, and it's staying home on Joe Harris. So let's see how this turns out. So it worked, because now Brown had to flash to the middle, right? Because if he stayed here, then guess what? Holmes is guarding both guys. The spacing isn't great, so obviously the logical thing to do is for Brown to flash to the middle. And now Holmes is in a position to guard both guys. And Haliburton has to be careful, because at any point this guy can just kick it out to this guy, right? And it's just it's tricky, bro. Like, they're so good. They're just so good, man. So let's watch that in full motion. Yeah, it's just tough. It's just a great offensive play. You just got to give him credit, man. Like, Brown made the right play. But again, though, you want to make Brown make this play all the time, right? Like, you want to put Brown in that position to make plays, because at the end of the day, you cannot take everything away from a great team. You have to give up something. And I rather give up that, which is Brown making the play, than Kyrie or James Harden just destroying you. So, again, that is the right play regardless of the result, which was a bucket. But I'm going to live with that every single time, bro. Here we go. Oh shit! This is where he sprained it, huh? So let's focus. Oh, sheesh. This Brown pissed me off this game. LOL. Kojo was bad in that third quarter. Uh, Brandon Jacobs says, unfortunately, you would have to give up two starters for one quality. And that's why the Nets are the best team in the league. Literally no flaws on offense either. Just give up the three or let Harden and KD ISO. It's hard, bro. I mean, they're so well spaced out. I think this is where he tweaked his ankle. Man, I literally have PTSD every time I see this, bro. So, I don't know if I just want to break down defense right now, just focus on one side, because I'm going to be all over the place if I don't. Um, let's finish out this possession, though. So, this is pretty much what. Oh, geez, and this is after he got hurt, huh? See, like right here, like for me, even though it's the right play, and I think at this point, Rashawn Holmes has PTSD in terms of he's gonna get called for an offensive foul for a moving screen, because he gets called for this all the time, even though the Nets did this all game long. I feel like the screen could have been better, and then Buddy could have done a better job of actually cutting with the purpose, right? He didn't cut with the purpose, and but they still got a great look. They had strong side action to then kick it, pass it to the middle, kick out to the weak side, and this is a great shot. That's good offense, man. And then obviously you want your guys crashing the boards, and this is just a great offensive set. Obviously, could have been better in terms of selling it better, but the result was good. So the result was good. Imagine if they still had Dinwiddie healthy. Yikes! My gosh, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. All right, so here we go. So switch right away. Again, they switch everything. It was originally Haliburton on them. Man. I mean, right here he's playing drop coverage. But this shot, I mean, it's a great shot for Kyrie. And he makes his, and he makes this a lot against the Kings. So what can he do? You just got to live with this, man. I mean, it's just a great offensive set. Here we go. Here we go. Again, like right here. This needs to be better. This got to be better. Set that screen, but he got to be better about this. He needs to just shoot the gap and act like he wants the ball. Like he needs to sell that better. Cut with the purpose, man. That's what I was telling one of my teammates on my ABA team. I was like, bro, when you cut, you're not even looking at the ball. Like everybody knows you're not gonna get the ball because you're not selling it. Like you're not looking for the ball, and this is something that he needs to work on for sure. And it needs to be pointed out, and I'm sure they do. But again, man, he needs to be better about this. Period. I would have liked for the shoot right, and then just to cross all the way to the other side. But instead, you get this shot, which is contested. James Harden is right there. It's not a bad shot, but I just feel like if Buddy could have cut, right? Like cut with a purpose. Now DJ has to kind of and Brown, they're on alert. And now that gives a shot to HB to blow by Kyrie. And that's easy. All right, here we go. Fudge, man. He literally killed us all game in transition. So let's go back. All right, so Haliburton, right? Haliburton is guarding him, but then HB is picking him up. I think it's HB's guy though. It's HB's guy right here, right? This is Brown's guy, but because Haliburton didn't get back after that shot, there needs to be better cohesiveness, better communication from your guys. And this is what happened. This is just kudos to Brown for just running the floor. I tell people, run the effing floor all the time, and good things will happen, right? So now, Haliburton is pointing this out. But the fact of the matter is, what should have happened was he should have sprinted here. Fox should have stayed here, right? Because Holmes is guarding here. And now he's in no man's land. Barnes got to stay home. It's tough, bro. Like, it truly is tough. And that's on, if he had to blame somebody, that's on Tyrese, bro. That's on Tyrese for not yelling back, like right away. DeAndre Page said Buddy Hield should have been the corner shooter. That was perfect Tyrese Haliburton to receive that flare screen. Understanding the personalities of your players, absolutely. It's just James Harden, man. He's gonna find you. His head is always up, and if he has guys like this guy who is a nice utility player who runs the floor, who plays defense, who can hit that three, he's the perfect player to have, man. Here we go. It's crazy, huh? Like when you when you slow this down, and you're watching this, you're like, damn. Because in live action, you're like, what the hell just happened? You really can't gather and and fully understand what happened, man. Because basketball is fast, bro. It's a game of making that 1.5 to 2 second decision, man. Here we go. See, I like this because as I was pointing out on a different one, right? Fox gets the ball here with like 3 feet from the 3 point line to allow him to go full speed downhill. And it gives him the space, right? So now you got James Harden, who's super slow, and you got this guy right here, which if he's playing drop coverage, this guy is going to be wide open. And obviously, Joe Harris got to stay home on Buddy. But like even right there, guys, like this a few weeks ago was a blow by. Like this was a blow by, and I just feel like De'Aaron's not right. I feel like De'Aaron's not right because this is the perfect situation to blow by one of the worst defenders in NBA history, and he lets him off the hook. Obviously, he's super strong, but he lets him off the hook by settling for the shot. He had the space, the angle to attack him and draw a foul or kick out to HB. Because then, if Joe Harris rotates to HB, then it's a quick kick out to Buddy Hield. And that's just a bad shot to me. Obviously, good job by Holmes, right? For crashing, but that's just all hustle, bro. That is all hustle, man. Rigo says we need more threes from Harrison. Maybe next game, considering he just got back. But he looked good though. He did bring back hand checking rule because the NBA bring back the hand check rule because the NBA defense is flawed. Everybody can just drive to the rim and score against the Kings. LOL. Needed to go right from the start. Would have opened up 2 easy passes and better chance to blow by Harden. Let's go back on defense. Let's go back on defense. So far, YouTube hasn't canceled this, which is good. Okay, he fought through it. He stayed. That's Tyrese. Fox is... There you go, Fox. That's what I'm saying. Fox got to play like this, bro. He needs to set the tone. There you go. Now it's a switch, right? You bring Joe Harris. Like, you don't have to switch, bro. Like, oh, man, but this is just their scheme, though. Like, this is their scheme. It hurts my head. Just stay. Now there's a mismatch. So honestly, that wasn't bad defense at all. But it's actually good defense, right? He was crying because he got hand checked. It was like, bro, you pushed off. Like, you literally pushed off on that. Like, right there. It's subtle, but he's so strong. He's like, it's a foul. It's a foul. Like this right here, right? Actually, going back to this play, I apologize. Rashawn Holmes should have gone back all the way down. So, looking back at this, I apologize. This was on Holmes, actually. Holmes got to go all the way down because DJ's not a threat to hit a three. See what I'm saying? Like I missed it the first time, and that just comes to show that basketball is more complex than what it looks like. It's a simple game, but it's not on so many levels. So again, I apologize. This was definitely on Holmes. Like Holmes got to get back on defense and just cover his ground because we all know that this was like KP, and it's different. But we all know that he ain't trying to shoot the ball, and anything between 2 feet, he's not taking. So this is definitely on Rashawn Holmes, bro. All right, let's go, let's go. Jeez Louise. On the first play. So this is the play I was referring to, bro. And this is a timeout? Timeout, yeah. Okay. It's just the one I was talking. So it was 4:55 left in the third. Rashawn Holmes goes out the game because he's banged up from his ankle. And then Bagley comes into the game. Let me see if they show it, though. Just camera angle. Okay. So DJ inbounded the ball. And then yeah, he inbounded the ball. Obviously, now he's guarding a big, right? Now Bagley's guarding a big, but he shows too hard, right? And now Tyrese does the right thing and rotates. But this is just great stuff. Right? This is just a great play by Kyrie, and then just a quick pass. Uh, but you just gotta want it more, like Luke said. Like these guys on the Kings, they just don't want it on defense, bro. Like right here too, and obviously it's super difficult to recover off this, but you want a little bit more effort right here, and yeah. Let me see if it's working. All right. um, it's just like, how does this happen, right? This is definitely an effort thing. This is definitely an effort thing, and it's super frustrating to watch, bro. It's like super frustrating to watch. So obviously he's in his face. He's like, "What the, like, what are you doing?" Right? All right. So it's just the angle though of this. But yeah, I mean, like Rigo said, that one might be on Fox though. Facts. Bagley wasn't supposed to essentially show this hard, but he committed, which is fine. So Fox at this point, he got lost in translation. He got caught in no man's land. He needs to rotate back to his man, try and get in front of him, right? Face guard him, not face guard him, but like just stay in front of him, because then this guy can rotate here, and then which is Buddy can stay home and Fox is caught in no man's land, bro. So yeah, that's definitely on Fox, bro. Good job. That is definitely on Foxy. Boy got the curly hair though. Here we go. I don't understand how my boy didn't play more minutes though. Daquan Jeffries. DHO. It's a screen here. Oh my lord. Oh, oh man. Here we go. Oh boy, it's my favorite play. Favorite play. So the Kings do a lot of as of late they've been running the Spain pick and roll, but they disguise it with a quick action with some false movements here, which is a quick DHO. So the first initial screen, right, which is Bagley, and then Buddy always comes from the opposite side, and he sets that back pick, which is on this guy right here, curly headed dude Johnson, and now this guy reads it really well though. He read that really well, But this typically works all the time, man. And you just start to notice that more. Again, this is a Spain pick and roll. Great recovery from. Oh, this is Roberson. So he's a great defender. Typically, this is like 8 out of 10 times gonna convert for sure, bro. But good job for him by saving that. Oh, let's go back to that. Okay, Haliburton. Oh, and that's not there. First read's not there. Um, Haliburton could have just given it up to Jeffries, right? And he didn't. He got batted. But that was right here, though. Right here. Boom. Strong play. Boom. And he didn't. But they regained the possession. Okay, here we go. Oh, damn. That's not a good shot. He ain't got it in the bag like that. Like, he ain't got it like right here. Obviously, Tyrese needs to be aware that this dude is wide open. Again, he missed him for the second time in a row. Get boxed out by James Harden. He's strong as hell, by the way. Oh, okay. Good pickup here by Buddy. Picking up, man. I mean, that's good defense, bro. It's just better offense, man. Like, what do you do? It's just like, what do you do here? You get screened. It's difficult, bro. Like, James Harden's he's so good. He's so good. He missed that? I made that. Down 11 at this point, right? Here we go. Quick DHO there. Playing some pick and roll. Roll now. Here you go. There you go. Roberson's helping, but he's quick enough to what? To recover. Honestly, Buddy made that shot, but this is really good defense. This is exactly how you got to play this, right? Nice little stunt here, and he's fast enough. He was a lot faster before his injuries, though. But it's still good enough to recover, right? And that's just better offense right here. Just better offense. Ooh, that's on Kyrie. That's on Kyrie, though. Here we go. Here comes Mr. Dribble Machine. Yeah, Buddy's release is fast as it's hella fast. Pick and pop into a DHO, right? Pick and pop into a DHO for Buddy. This thing gives it right. I thought he'd give it right back. He didn't. Okay. That is actually good offense, bro. That was one of the better positions I've seen all game. Okay, so here we go. Nice improvisation here, right? Buddy, he was trying to give it back to him. Great denial by Johnson. Great denial. So Buddy refutes the screen going this way, so he rejects it. He goes the opposite way. He has a step on Kyrie, but obviously good drop coverage here by DJ, where he's in position to recover and stay there, so that frames him. But Buddy got to be a little bit better too by just keeping a weak defender like Kyrie on his back. And Tyrese does a great job. Fox does a good job of that. This is something that he got to work on as well, and just to create an extra second, right? Like that's really all you need, like an extra second, 2 seconds here, to where he has him on his back. But it was still the right play, right? Like it was still the right play because ultimately Kojo was open on that, and that was his angle. He popped up to where it gave him a lane to pass the ball to, and a great record. This is the best play Kojo did probably all night. And it was a great recognition to now you got a one-on-one within the flow of the offense. Now Bagley, go to work. This is exactly what I love to watch. But when Bagley starts forcing stuff and shooting shots, don't let him off the hook. Like, attack this old dude, bro. Like, you are so much younger, so much more athletic. You need to attack him like this within the flow of the offense. This is good stuff, man. That's how I want it, though. That's how I want it delivered, bro. Yeah, Trey would have jumped into Kyrie and got free throws. Yeah, he would have. Oh man. All right, here comes Kyrie. Some down screen here with Roberson, right? Good screen. He gets caught. He needs to fight. Good stuff, bro. Great stuff. Good stuff from Marvin to contest and to recover for Tyrese here. Right? That's a good play. It's a good, like I said, 1 out of every 5. Right? Run the floor, young man. Right here, buddy should have let that shit go. Boom. Like me, I would have made that pass. Boom. Like Harden would have made that pass. Easily. Like easily. Like no questions asked. That pass should have been gone right here. Boom. Boom. A second. Timing pass. Lead him to the basket. Boom. He didn't. It's all right. All right, here we go. Oh, see, man, it goes into a turnover. From being a potential layup to being a turnover. That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Again, good stuff. Like Tyrese, not taking this serious, right? He's like, all right, shoot the ball, bro. A nice cut here. Nice cut, good pass, and just a better play by Daquan. Just a better play by Daquan. He's solid, bro. Great rotation. Kyrie thought he had a bucket. Daquan says, I'm gonna leave this shooter because I'm gonna get this block. Just great instincts, man. And this is instinctual. This is nice. This is good stuff here. Bro, I mean, you a professional basketball player. Like, you better shoot this and make this. Like, what happened there? Oh my God, what an awful call. That is terrible. Get out of here, boy. Whap! Get that weak sauce out of here. Oh, that was a foul on DJ, I guess. Still a trash call. Did he airbrush? Alright. Oh my God. What the... So this is just a bad play by Bagley, bro. I mean, this is an awful pass. The idea is right. They're trying to run a staggered DHO here, right? Which could have been good, but man, it could have been good because if the pass was on fleet there, then Corey would have just gone to the corner and Bagley would have rolled, and he probably would have had a nice either a floater or an alley-oop for him. But yeah, it's a miscue there. Now you're in transition. My God, what great instincts, bro! Like Daquan is so nice. He just stopped an entire transition possession right now, literally. And now he's guarding the other guy, and they still get. Oh, jeez Louise. All right. And honestly, I'm not mad at Daquan because so many guys on the Kings half-ass commit. He committed. He's like, I'm trying to get the ball out of this dude's hands, right? And I'm gonna leave, this guy open. But again, nice recognition from who? One of the smartest players, if not the smartest player on this team, and Tyrese. He's zoning up two guys. But again, Buddy gets caught. No man's land. So does both of these guys get caught into man. Bagley and Buddy, right? Oh my God. He knows it. He knows it. It's on both guys right there, bro. He better call that. I was going to say, he better call that. It's just like, it's tough, bro. Yep, bad awareness by both guys, man. Oof. Oof. Oh, got lucky there. What the fuck did I watch? Here we go. Oof. Stay down, young fella. Stay down. Bam. Good defense. Here we go. Air ball. 133 left. DHO there. Pick and roll. Back. A reverse. Oh, man. Like, this is a shot that if you're hella hot, I guess. But this is a great action to get him this shot. But in this situation, I'll let you guys give me the answer to this. But to me, I would have made this pass in a heartbeat. Like, simple slip. It's a simple slip for a dunk, bro. Like, it's a simple slip for a dunk for Bagley. Bad recognition by Buddy there. This is part of his evolution, man. Like, he needs to just read this play because he's going to attract the attention, man. Like, teams are frightened if he catches fire. Like, they're staying home, they're face guarding him, they're on his hip the whole time. This is where you got to use your best attribute, which is shooting, to get your other guys open, and he does occasionally, right? Early in games, he's very aware of it, but as the game progresses, the mental breakdowns begin. He needs to be able to hit this slip for Bagley, or Bagley just walks in for a dunk. So, and I've told Buddy this too, plenty of times. And what bugs me the most about a lot of people is like, oh, you don't hold Buddy accountable. I'm like literally, like I do this all the time, y'all. Like this is all documented. So for y'all to say, not everybody, but some of y'all be saying, oh, he's good friends with. Like my relationship with Buddy has nothing to do with his on court performances. I'm gonna point things out to him and to the whole world. Like he should have slipped past that and he would have had a damn dunk. Like, that's holding somebody accountable. Good players want to be held accountable. So Buddy doesn't say shit when I tell him that because it's true. Like, he messed up on this play. And he'll be the first to admit it. But in game, sometimes you don't read. And this is where watching film is so important. You have to be just obsessed with it, right? And that's why I tell people this all the time. Everybody can't be great, man. Everybody gotta play the role, and some guys are role players, some guys are stars. And that's just how it is because certain players in any profession will not put the work in to be able to visualize this, right? Learn guys' tendencies and then apply it to what your profession is. That's how it goes sometimes. Like there's an 8 to 5 guy, and then there's a 8 to 8 guy, and then there's an 8 to 11 guy. Everybody can't be the 8 to 11 guy. And that's okay to have role players. You're gonna have games where they're great sometimes, and then sometimes they're not great. That's okay, but your star players got to be great all the time to give you a chance to win games, bro. You gotta learn to do that fake shot. Man, I don't know how it's so good, bro. That's what a guy like Garrett Temple does well. Holds people accountable. That's what we need. Way too many instincts where he's done that. Instances where he's done that. Ty would have passed it. Ty would have passed it for sure, but Ty would have never gotten that attention though. Like they would have never. Three guys were on Buddy. Like they would have never converged like that. And that's the thing. Like use your superpower to get other guys open, bro. Like it's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating because I see it and like it just needs to be better, man. That's not on Luke. That's on Buddy. But there are other instances where like he's just an outlet pass, and sometimes the play design in the third and fourth get worse. Like in the first couple, like the first two quarters, it's fine. Does Buddy think he's a role player? Yes, he does think that. I can tell you that right now. Like we've had plenty of conversations about this. He does think he's a role player. Right there, perfect example, right? That instant like shuffle, hezzy pump fake that just gets him off by a tick of a second, and then it's gone, right? Perfect, bro. Like it's just instincts, man. Like instinctually, some guys have it, some guys don't, and you can't be mad at. It's just it is what it is. Like that's it. Like you either have it or you don't. So that's a foul. Like right here, right? Like he's moving. Like first and foremost, this dude is moving. If this was Rashawn Holmes, that would have been an offensive foul. Like you have to be set. And this is where I say referees are so NBA referees are so inconsistent. They're garbage. They hurt the game of basketball. They need to be held. This dude is looking like he's watching this. Like you have to be set, and he wasn't. And he wasn't. Like what's he watching? And then you got a guy over here too. Here we go. All right. Here you go. Here you go. Hey, 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 good lookout. Good lookout there. Good job, buddy. All right. So to address a $24 million role player, Joe Harris is also like a 20+ million role player, right? But if you switch these two, the production's gonna be similar, and just call it the way it is. Like the Kings don't have enough good players to bring Buddy off the bench, and you might say, well, Daquan. I'm like, okay, well let's try Daquan, but then if you bring like if you start Hallie and you put Buddy off the bench with Kojo, and that's the thing, like if I trusted Luke to make the right rotations, I'd be fine with it. But we know that he's gonna play Kojo, and anytime you play Kojo with Buddy, that's a disaster. And we've seen it far too often last year and even at times this year. They're just going to play it and they're just going to do what they did right here, right? Which is like bring two guys, blitz them, and then potentially just leave Kojo open because Kojo's not a threat to them. And that's the worst pairing. And that's what I tell people. It's like, okay, well, tell me how you're going to take Kojo out because Luke's going to play Kojo. And I don't want Kojo playing with Buddy off the bench. Like, that is the worst tandem you can have. Literally. So, yeah, obviously Ty's one of your better players. But he in a sense solidifies already a bad bench. And if you take him off and you take him out of the bench, your bench becomes worse. Like what do you do in that situation? And that's why I tell you guys, even though the starting five is 12 and 12 from last night, they were 12 and 11. Last night they lost 12 and 12. They're a 500 team when they're all healthy and clicking. The problem is they have no depth, man. I keep telling you, they have no depth. That's why if you bring a guy like Lonzo Ball or even Ty and Buddy off the bench without Kojo, then that's a different story. But the problem is Kojo is a huge issue for this team, and Luke just doesn't see it. So Coldwater and 515 again, back to the role player stuff. That's what the market is, bro. Like guys are getting paid. Bertans, Joe Harris, like they got paid. Like they got paid. And the reason if Joe got less money was because he's in Brooklyn and obviously you got KD and Kyrie already. But think about this, like everybody got paid, bro. I think it was 4 years, 85 million. That's a lot of money. So let's not act like it's outrageous because it's not. Shooting is the most precious thing in the NBA. And when you're elite, like when you're top 5 elite, that's what happens. Even if he's struggling, even if he's 1 for 13, teams are scared shitless. And they're going to, I mean, we just saw what they did. We had 3 dudes on him. That happens a lot. So, yeah, like, you do have $20 million role players. Yeah, it happens a lot in today's NBA. I'm sorry to tell you. It's just what the market is. What happened here? Man, pick and roll. Good job by Bagley by staying good job in drop coverage. Stayed in front of him. Here we go. Oh. All right. He's like, oh, let me slow it down. We're down by 1. This is beautiful, bro. This is next level for him. This is his next evolution right here, which is can he score on all 3 levels, the 3, the mid, and then attacking the basket, but actually making shots out the rim. This is nice because he's going to his right and he just pulls up. But my question still is because of how he shoots the ball, is it fast enough to just stop on the dime like De'Aaron Fox does coming here to here, right? From point A to point B right here. Especially if there's a big. So right here, there was space. Okay? There was space because he just snaked his way to space. But sometimes this space won't be there, right? Because if he starts to score, he's going to grab more attention. And then Kyrie's just terrible at defense, but he was wide open here. My thing is, when he just stops on the dime for a quick mid-range shot, is it fast enough to get it off, and will he make it? Because sometimes because of that jump shot, you might have to adjust on how you shoot. It's just something to really think about, though. I'm not saying that it won't work. Like, I'm not saying he's not going to be that guy, but it does, like I do raise a valid thing. Oof, my God, what happened here? Boom. Okay, he ain't scared of that. Oh shit. Oh, I see that. Right here. So Daquan had his back here. He rotated, and he didn't trust that Daquan was gonna get there, so then he gets beat, right? And this is what happens, bro. And that's really good recovery speed too, by the way. That was good recovery speed, but that's definitely on Ty, bro. So Lonzo and Buddy would be dope off the bench. Um, yeah, that coach thing is unfortunate too. If they had at least an average point guard, they could bring Buddy off the bench. Yep, we're basically 6 players deep. Why let Bogdan for nothing? 100%, bro. That's just what I kept saying. Like, you could have Bogey instead of Kojo. And I would have just bought him out at that point. Like, you're paying him $5 million more, but for a guy who I know I can trust, who is extremely smart offensively, who can shoot the ball, who's really good in the pick and roll. Oh my god, it just makes me sick. If already you're doing drought coverage, you can see how valuable that first is. You can get a baller at 8 to 15. But that's not true, bro. Like it's just not. That's not true. Like we see this every single year. Yeah, maybe like 2 out of the 15 guys, right? Like 3 out of the 15 guys are going to be really good. Like when I look at this class, when I think of like a baller, I think of LaMelo and Tyrese. Everybody else is like they're okay. I mean, they're not great, not yet at least. So that's not true. Like I'd rather have Lonzo Ball, where it's not a mystery, and he's young, and I still know he can get better, and he's already a good player. He's an NBA player who's really good defensively, who's one of the best playmakers in the game. So why wouldn't I want that now? Like whoever that guy is, can he be as good as Lonzo by the time he gets to Lonzo's age? We don't know that. And that's the thing with Kings fans. Like they love the mystery of like, oh, we might drive a superstar. Like, but you probably won't. Like you probably won't. So go with what you know, man. And this is what separates good franchises from bad ones, bro. Like straight up. Whiteside and Glenn Robinson were trash pickups. That's Almonte. 1,000%, bro. They were garbage pickups. Like you let a guy off the bench and Harry Giles who could have solidified that bench. Like think about this, Buddy, right? Or start Bogey or start Buddy, but you still got that extra playmaker to bring off Buddy to like bring Buddy off the bench to be a scorer, and then you got Harry in the mid post making plays and probably getting better just as a player. But then you bring in a low IQ Whiteside, low IQ GR3, and people want to praise. Like it makes no sense, especially seeing how much Harry Giles took to go over there, and it just shows you like he wasn't a priority. Plain and simple. Yes, it was on Vladdy for not doing the qualifying offer, but if you want to praise Monte for extending Fox, I could have said, well, he was going to get extended. Like that was done a long time ago. Period. Even with Vladdy as a GM, like that was going to get done no matter what. Make no mistake about that. So if you want to praise him for signing Fox, but then not being able to convince Harry to stay. Yeah, bro, it's all an agenda, bro. It's not keeping people accountable. It is true. Scotty Barnes and Josh Christopher all for sure ballers, bro. I hear that every year, bro. I hear it. Trust me, we hear this every year. This dude is a baller. This prospect's a baller. Coming to the league and this, bro. What they say about Bagley? Seriously, they said Bagley was one of the. He was the most NBA ready prospect by a lot of people. Like a lot of people said that. I didn't. I had him 7th on my big board, by the way, and I was being generous. Like a lot of people said he was ready to come in and make an impact. Oh my gosh, is that far from the truth, my brother? That's what I'm saying, man. Like this is just, and I'm not really like I'm not talking straight shit to you. I'm just saying like we hear this every year though. Like it's not true, bro. It's just not. It's not. All cheaper and it would cost to re-sign Zoe. That's fine, but those guys aren't as good as Zoe. Those guys aren't nowhere near Zoe. The question is, by the time they get to year 3, will they be as good as Zoe? And if that's the case, then they're going to have to get paid too. And again, you're just retracting the inevitable, which is restarting. Oh, I don't want to pay guys. So, yeah, I just rather be cheap and just go with rookies. Like, you're going with the unknown versus the known. I'm not okay with continuing this idea of going with mysterious unknown players, bro. You got lucky with Tyrese. Like, you got so lucky. So lucky. He wasn't gonna draft him if he would have moved up. Like, it's such a it's just a fallacy, bro. Like, it's such a lie. Such a lie, bro. Trust me when I tell you guys, like, Vlade saying, "Oh, I would have drafted Fox at 1." That is not true. He would have drafted Markel, or they love Josh Jackson more. And if they had 2, they would have drafted Josh Jackson, not Jason Tatum. Josh Jackson. So, what do you expect a GM to say the following day? Like, oh, Monte, well, I would have drafted Tyrese. Like, no, you wouldn't have. Like, no, you wouldn't have. Stop lying. Tyrese fell to you. Tyrese fell to you because his agents did not allow him to work out with the Pistons and Knicks. Which, again, the whole Steph Curry thing, I would have still drafted him. If that was my guy, if that's what I had scouted, I still would have drafted the guy because he has no choice but to play for me. Period. If the Kings get the number 1 pick, I wonder if they will be tempted to draft Kate Cunningham. If Kate is the best player and your scouting department, your GM thinks that, then you got to do it, bro. As of right now, I'm not entirely educated on the full draft. I just know like the top guys, right? Like the K's, like the Kamingas. I like Kaminga the most, but like the 2017-2018 class, I was fully engaged. I knew a lot. Like, I had my big board, and I was talking to other scouts, and obviously the whole Luka. I had a lot of intel on Luka that he was going to be great. I had Luka being what he's doing now in year 4, not in year 2. Like, he was doing that in year 2, and that was shocking. Like, that was shocking for sure. But did I think he was going to be as good as he is now? Yeah, but not that fast. And like, we'll know. We'll know what the Kings are, buyers or sellers. They're probably going to be sellers, but if they're sellers, then yeah, then I got to start focusing on the draft. Unfortunately, like, that's not what I like to do. Like, I want to focus on winning basketball, and it's going to take a lot of the time and doing like draft stuff. Like, oh, well, this guy. At the end of the day, it's a crapshoot, bro. At the end of the day, it's just a crapshoot, man, and that's what bugs me the most about this. Like, we've been doing this for so long. Like, rather than talking like, okay, how can we improve from being like an AC to a 7 to a 6 to a 5 to a 4, like the Jazz have, like the Blazers have. We're talking about, oh, well, let's get another prospect and let's wait another 3 years, 4 years for him to develop. Loser's mentality, bro. This is how it is. Like, just a loser's mentality. The T-Wolves have had so many high picks. Where are they now? Like, no, bro. Like, it's such a gamble too, man. Like, it's just such a gamble, bro. But that's gonna do it, y'all, man. I appreciate you as always. Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought that was a pretty good film session right there. Raw and unfiltered. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Share some good stuff, some good interactions. Appreciate you guys for pointing some stuff out as well. Had lots of fun doing that, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. As always, just like whatever the case may be. Appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one.